What is up, everyone? Welcome to Therapist Talks. I am your host, Jacob Minig, licensed mental health addiction professional from the state of Minnesota. Here to give you another phenomenal reaction video. But before we start, please hit a like, hit a follow. I appreciate all the support you give me from this channel. Again, it really means a lot to me. And I'm learning so much from all my fans, followers, and it's greatly appreciated. So yeah, we're up for another phenomenal reaction video regarding the court system.
Are suing Miss Alicia Smith in the amount of $2,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain to me why.
Alicia and I were high school sweethearts. We got engaged after college, and soon after that, I was offered a job that would require me to travel quite a bit and be away for more than half the year. That started to create a lot of tension in our relationship, and we started to fight and have some issues, and we broke up for a month. After that month that we had been broken up, I reached back out to her, and we decided to get back together and give it another shot. And when we got back together, Alicia asked, had you seen anybody? Had you been dating anybody? And I said, absolutely not. And then I asked her the same question. And she said she had seen some people, but nothing serious.
So right off, just like with many relationships, there's a lot of communication issues here. Again, that is a powerful thing, a powerful issue in a relationship where one spouse gets, let's say, a better job or a better paying job across the country. They got to move away for a while. And it seemed like they had that conversation. It did not go over very well. Again, we weren't there. We don't know what was happened or what did happen. So they obviously decided to break up or quote unquote take a break or whatever they did, but they were no longer seeing each other. And I guess from that time spent, I don't know how long they were separated again. He communicated to her that he did not see anyone. So we don't know. Does that mean dating? Does that mean sexual relationships? What does that mean? So there's not any clear communication. And however, she did reply to him that she did see some people, but again, what does that mean? Was she just hanging out with them? One date, two dates? Was she having sex with these individuals and so forth? So we don't know that yet. I guess we know what she's saying in all this, but is she truthful?
In the next month or two, I started to notice that she was tired, she was really sleepy, and just noticing some different things about her. She's usually really energetic. And I said, maybe we should get a pregnancy test. And we went to the doctor, and turns out she was pregnant. We started, preparing the house, and I started buying things for the baby, and we were very excited, and the baby finally came, and it was wonderful. And about a month after that, my mom came to me and said, I don't think the baby is yours.
Just hearing that is just crushing, but because again, you want your family members to love you, support you. However, you don't want your family members to lie to you. So obviously, like, I look at this as a good relationship where a mother's looking at the situation and she's just being honest with her son, like, I don't think the baby's yours. Now, again, depending on race and whatnot, but we a lot of babies look alike, obviously, within the first month or so. But for whatever reason, this mother saw something in that child or the baby that did not represent her son, and she had a hunch that the child was not hers. So I'm assuming he did a pregnancy or paternity test and whatnot. But yeah, pretty sticky stuff. But again, you want your family to tell you the truth in this, and kudos. I say kudos for the mom getting involved because the son is probably so emotionally involved in this love, this relationship. They're about to have a family. He loves this woman. So maybe mentally he's not all there in the moment where he needed like an outside perspective on the situation. And his mother was that for him.
And I was incredibly taken aback by that. I was like, how could you say that to me, Mom? What are you talking about? It's Alicia. A couple months later, I started to notice that the baby really didn't look like me. And I started to hear my mom's voice in the back of my head. And I asked her for a paternity test.
I was shocked. I thought he was the father, but because he wanted it, I said, okay, if we'll make you feel better, we can get a paternity.
If he wanted it, okay, I guess she meant like the paternity test, but it's like, and I know a lot of people are in the situation or have been in the situation, but sorry, speaking to women right now, it's just like, how can you be confused by this? It's you were sleeping with other people, right? So I just feel like even if you're using protection, I mean, if the man's wearing a condom, there's always a risk or chance of being pregnant. You know, even there's some risk of IUDs, being on the pill, and so forth. It's a much smaller risk, but again, if you're sleeping with other people, there's always, for the most part, a chance of getting pregnant. So, and then having a different father in the situation. So I don't know why she's so confused.
Test.
Did you have any suspicion that he was not the father?
No,
See, how-
No
I-
suspicion.
no, none at all.
He was the only
I don't know how
person
that's
you had
possible.
intimacy with before you got pregnant.
I had one night stand.
That's
I
all it
wore
takes.
protection. I didn't think there was any way I could have ever got pregnant. It was a mistake. It was one night. I wish it never happened. And I'm not the kind of girl who doesn't wear protection. I carry around condoms. I honestly had no idea.
Didn't you think it was weird that only a month after you got back together, you started feeling sick? Did you think that was too soon after you had intimacy with Terry? That
I honestly, I never
you
thought.
never thought that maybe this other guy, it didn't even occur to you.
No, it never did.
I respectfully don't agree with her. I think in the back of her head she knew, but she didn't want to admit it, or she didn't want to be in reality right in that moment. But I don't understand how you don't see that. So yeah, I'm not judging her. I'm really not trying to judge her in any way. But again, you need to be more responsible than this. Yeah, it's great. Hey, she had condoms, but again, like I said before, there's always a chance of pregnancy, and it's like we all know the birds and the bees and the time frames and whatnot like that. So that's what the judge is trying to get out of her right now. Is just like there wasn't like an alarm bell going off on how soon you got pregnant while getting back together with your ex.
Okay. All right. So you got the paternity test, and Terry's not the father.
It was devastating. It was so devastating. I was so upset. I had dreamed my whole life that he would be the father of my child, that we would have a family, that we would be together forever.
We got the test back, and I left the house.
Yeah.
We were together when we got the test, and I couldn't be around. I just
Did she tell you at that point that she did have sex with somebody else but used a condom?
Yeah, she admitted to it then. I just felt completely betrayed.
Yeah.
You know, she had all of this time to tell me and say something about it.
One night.
And sorry, I keep stopping everyone, but like, yeah, absolutely. We all can empathize with the feeling of betrayal in a sense. But again, also you got to look at it like they weren't together anymore. Like when you're not together, you could sleep with whoever you want to, even if you're married. But in the grand scheme of things, right? They were not together anymore. She was seeing other people. She had every right to do that. And from her story, she did tell him that she slept with a man but used a condom. So at least he was aware of that. And one, we could all say like, well, maybe he should have had a little thought in his head, like, well, there could be a small chance or whatnot that another man could have got her pregnant. But yeah, absolutely devastating. And again, I'm going to empathize with her. Like, you know, she says it was a mistake and she wished she could go back. But again, like that's when we have to make good decisions or try to make good decisions. And I'm not even saying I'm perfect. There's times in my life where I've made bad decisions, but you have to try to stay with that time frame, stay within the moment to again, be careful because a lot of the things that we do or say can have significant impacts on us in our lives.
Did she have to? Because you guys were broken up.
Right.
She can do whatever she wants when she's broken up,
Yeah.
but once we got back together and and she was pregnant,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that never crossed her mind to say, hey, listen, I want you to know that there's a chance that this baby could.
She claims she used
possibly-
protection.
protection doesn't.
So, but again, she did, yeah, like she did tell you, dude, like she had sex with another man and used a condom. So I don't think he has a leg to stand on there. Because again, like I said, in his head, knowing that he should have assumed, okay, there is actually a small chance that she could be pregnant because she had sex with another man. Yet, yes, using a condom, but still. But again, I feel his pain. I feel his pain right now.
Doesn't always work.
Yeah. All right. So
Told you.
then what happened afterwards, Terry?
I've been living on my own ever since, and just been trying to process all this because.
How long has it been since you moved out?
It's been a few months.
Okay. All right. And how are you doing, Alicia?
It's been really hard, but it was my mistake, and I'm living with the results of them.
Coming up on Justice for All.
I haven't really wanted to talk or reach.
I'll skip this part. Yeah, but there I know everyone. Again, there's a lot going on here. So that's the first half and everything. I'm wondering, like, has she attempted to get a hold of the man that she slept with? Does she still keep in contact with them, or was it just a one night stand? I'm really interested to hear about that because again, if she's going to lean on support, well, you would hope that her family and friends are going to be supportive of her in these tough moments, and obviously that actual true father, is he going to jump in and support her in some way?
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Christina Perez.
We know, women know our bodies. I'm not judging you for it. I'm sure it's very scary for you to be in a situation like that, the love of your life. You don't want to say anything. Terry, you're suing for $2,000.
That's right.
Why $2,000?
So I have some documents here of everything that I spent to get ready for the baby.
Okay.
You just give me everything you have.
Yeah, sure. I thought I was the father. I
Got it.
spared no expense. I wanted to get everything that we could possibly need, and that's the amount that it added up to.
At the time you bought these items, you bought them with the intent that you were the father,
Yes.
right? So they were going to be a gift.
Yes.
Okay. So did you ask her after you found out that you weren't the father? Did you ask her to reimburse you?
I did not.
Why not? That would have been the
well-
easiest thing to do than bring her to court.
We had used some of the materials already. I left because I was really upset and I
got it.
really
And
just
you haven't
couldn't
spoken
be
to
there.
her. This is the first time you guys have seen each other.
That's
since?
correct.
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect him to say that right in the moment when he finds out that his life is over. Nah. In his mindset, he might have thought, "Oh my God, my life's over. Like, the love of my life, I'm not going to be with her, or it's not my child." You can't expect him, and I know she has to ask these questions, but like, "Oh, can you just give me the money back?" You're going through so much emotionally, and you definitely need your space. So, like, I think he did the healthy thing by just detaching from her and whatnot. But now we get a better idea of the case where it's just like he just wants his money back. Some might say it's a pride, ego thing. I mean, I can't imagine what he's feeling in this moment right now. It's so tough for him. But from a male ego point of view, or any type of pride ego, it's just like, yeah, it's just like, it's not my child. And $2,000 is a lot of money. It is, but I'm not ready to make a decision on this case yet, but I hope we're all enjoying this and learning something from it.
Okay. Would you have reimbursed him?
I mean, he volunteered to do it. I'm not saying I would have paid for it, but honestly, I don't know if I would have got that much stuff for the baby in the first place.
Okay.
I mean, it was so generous, and I was grateful, but
I mean, we went.
generous because he thought it was his kid. No shit, he's gonna be generous, and I'm really not trying to be a douche to her or anything like that. But yeah, and who knows if she? I mean, she probably really, really needs that money, being a single mom, and everything. And it's just yeah, because obviously all the items and yeah, you no kidding, lady, he was super into it because he thought he was gonna have a family. He was so excited and happy because he's the love with the love of his life and has a newborn coming that was gonna be his. So she was just like, he was just so into it. It's like, well, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Oh man, sorry, I'm a little overly
Went
emotional.
shopping together. We knew it was we needed all of these
Yeah.
things. She said, "Let's go shopping to prepare for the baby," and I said, "Absolutely, of course."
Yeah, and
Let's
he
do
did it, Alicia, assuming that it was going to be his baby, right?
Yes, but I also assumed it was going to be his baby.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sure.
Didn't bother asking her, texting her. You just wanted to sue her.
Yeah, it's been I haven't really wanted to talk or reach out or anything like
Okay.
that because this has been
So then why sue her?
I just feel completely betrayed. I
Yeah.
feel like I've been made a fool of myself.
I get it. So you're hurt and you felt humiliated, and this is your way of getting back at her, right?
Yes.
Right. And a lot of people do this in different forms of relationships too. Yeah, he was hurt, angry because however, yes, like after the dust had settled and you have time to think and process, which I think he did. I think that is a serious question that the judge and we can all ask this man is like, is suing her gonna help the situation? Is it gonna help you, her, or is it only gonna hurt more? Because it's like you're re-engaging in this toxic type of situation right now. But yes, for him, it probably feels good to like, oh, I want to get back at it because you were scarred, you were hurt, humiliated. Yeah, just it's unbelievably painful for what he's going through. And again, I can understand the notion of like, I want to get back at her, so I'm going to sue her to get my stuff back. And please comment down below. Obviously, if you want to put yourself in his situation or her situation, because again, I'm really not trying to make her out to like be the bad guy or the bad person in the situation. If it looks like that, I do apologize. Maybe just because I'm a male, so it's so easy for me to put myself in his shoes and how I would feel, which is really, really similar. Um, Obviously to what he's experiencing. We call this countertransference in the therapy field, by the way, everyone, which you've heard me talk about. So maybe that's what's going on right now.
Okay, at least you admit it. Okay, does it feel good?
None of this feels good.
Right.
But I mean, you just called her out
Yeah.
publicly.
I don't know how to move on from this. I don't know what to do next. All I know is that I put all my time and energy and money into our child that
Yeah.
is not our child. It's hers and somebody else's.
Judge made a
See, the
great point.
problem is that,
Great point.
Terry, when you bought all these gifts, and I'm sure you
No
spent a lot
contract.
more. I'm sure $2,000 was just a tiny fraction of what
Just
you
the
bought.
surface.
I know that, but when you bought it, I have to look at the intent of when you bought them. And you purchased them because you thought they were going to be for your child. So at that moment, they were a gift. They were not conditioned on, hey, I'm buying this crib for our baby, but just in case if he results not to be or she results not to be my baby, then I want it back.
And again, she's indicating a contract agreement, and nobody's going to do that. Nobody, because again, you want to hope and assume it's your child. But and again, I don't think he's going to win this case. And yeah, like, and I don't think she was trying to be an asshole to him, but she was asking good questions. Like she was asking good questions. That's like, okay, you're angry. Now you're in court. You're getting back at her. You're calling her out. Like, does it make you feel better? And he said, no, none of this feels good. None of this feels good. And he is just being a human being. He is just being a human being, and he's angry and frustrated. Yeah. So definitely comment down below more about this. We're almost done with this. And again, I feel like she's genuine. And again, I do apologize if it seems like I was bashing the woman in this case, because just looking at her right now, like she seems like scared and hurt, and it's sad. It's horribly sad. And she's going through a tough time. So I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing her too much or whatnot. But yeah.
Had she done it with a cruel intention, or she had purposely and in a very evil way lied to you, then I would have maybe reconsidered this. But I don't think she should have done things differently, but I don't think she did it with ill will or any type of malice. So I cannot
Yeah.
grant your claim for $2,000 for those reasons. Understand? It might not, you're probably thinking, great, here's another loss for me. But I hope you understand legally I can't. I get you. I hear where you're coming from. You're hurt. You wanted to call her out. I get it. So many young men in your place and time would say, no, I want nothing to do with the baby. Do you think she lied to you on purpose?
I hope not, but I know
I
she
mean,
didn't
really,
tell me.
come on.
I know she didn't tell me
But
the
do you
truth.
think
Yeah, I don't think she lied on purpose. I don't. She might have been a little bit naive in the whole situation, or especially in the early parts, whatever, and a little bit naive and just hoping that he was the father. But yeah, I think she is really hurt and suffering right now. And she's gonna need a lot of support and everything. And yeah, I don't think she. Yeah,
she
on
really
purpose.
lied to you on purpose?
I know she didn't tell me the truth on purpose.
I know, but do you understand why she maybe didn't tell you the truth? And it would be the biggest mistake in her life?
she was scared.
She didn't want to lose you, maybe?
She didn't want to lose me, but you know what? If she had told me the truth, she probably wouldn't have lost me.
Wow.
Really? Even if it weren't your baby?
If she had talked to me and said, listen, before this happens, before this baby comes out, I want you to know that I slept with somebody else and there's a chance, but I want to do this with you. I want to.
Did it? She did say that. She said she slept with another guy with the condom on. So you had to have known, dude, there was some chance, unless I heard something wrong. That's a good question. I don't know if I believe him. I don't know if I believe him too. I think he's just trying to use the whole honesty thing to make himself look good right now. I don't think he would have been cool with it. If she said, actually, hey, so now it's probably 50% chance the kid's not yours. I don't believe that he would be cool with it and save the relationship. I don't think so, unless it turned out to be his kid, which it didn't.
Do this together. If we had had that conversation, things would probably be different.
Wow.
Because I found out later. My mother had to come tell me.
You're a great guy, Terry. Pretty amazing guy, but I understand it was very difficult for you. Maybe you guys can talk about it, but you understand how he feels, right?
And I have to live with what I did and my mistakes.
All right. Okay. But based on the evidence, as I stated before, this court will rule in favor of the defendant and against your claim of $2,000. Good luck, Terry. Okay, and Alicia.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I'm upset, but there's nothing I can really do, I guess. And
Yeah. Yeah, everyone, that's really tough. That's a difficult situation to be in. Yeah, so please comment down below more about it if you want some more talking points on it. Because one could say too, like, as a man, we can all be empathetic to what he's going through. Even women, any individual can have empathy. And one would also want to think of the mindset of maybe not taking to court or not taking her to court is a good thing, in the sense of, like, she's a single mom. She's going to need that money. So it's just like, would you, one way to look at it, I don't know if I'm playing devil's advocate, but like, you're stealing money from her. Like, she's going to need all the help she can get. So it's like, let's say if you win and she owes you $4,000 and she's a single mom and she's suffering right now. And I'm really shocked she didn't even bring up the other guy that is the father. But yeah, she's going to have to lean on him for support and whatnot. But yeah, I would like to think that after all the emotional stuff started to like calm down, whatever, that maybe the best route would have been not taking her to court, or because again, I can imagine someone just feeling really guilty, because now she's a single mom. She's going to have a kind of a tough road ahead of her and everything. And you just like taking her to the cleaners isn't going to like help, it's like a drug. It's going to help your anger in the short term, but in the long run, it's not going to help you. And yeah, so one would like to think that just, she's going to have enough issues as it is, On the flip side, if they want to still be a couple or get married, like I'm not throwing that out too. I don't know how likely that is going to happen, but it doesn't mean the relationship is over. It's really hard to say. I wouldn't judge him if he permanently wanted to like be done with her. But also, they could also go to couples therapy to get through this. But this is a hard thing to get through. But what I'm trying to tell everyone, like, it's not the end all be all. My belief is that if you want to stay and work on the relationship, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to support you. Or if you want to leave and not work on it, I'm going to support you in that decision too. But anyways, thank you for another phenomenal special live reaction video. And please comment down below. All right, until next time, please be well.